Elite Facts presents.
Avoid getting into a relationship with a man who possesses the following habits. When it comes to being in a relationship with the man you love, it's kind of impossible to think outside of the box. There's a tendency to be blinded, and many women end up making choices that can only be referred to as horrendous. And later, there are regrets and thoughts of, "I wish I had known." It can be very discouraging when you end up being with a guy who has qualities that are very different from the dream guy you had in mind. Imagine getting married to a guy who doesn't appreciate your worth, avoids people knowing about you, and views you as just a wife and nothing more. This is a nightmare that we want to help you wake up from. So we've narrowed down a list of 12 habits that are red flags. And if you see them in a man, you should definitely think twice before getting into any sort of relationship with him, and run the other way if he talks marriage.
12.
He loves work and focuses on it more than you. You should be keen to observe this type of behavior. In marriage, the demands rise and the concentration will divert. Therefore, if you're currently dating and he still doesn't give you some priority over his work in most situations, then leave him to his work and take to your heels. He needs to keep a proper balance between work and you. Otherwise, it's a bad choice for you.
11.
He is disrespectful and abusive. Respect is a two-way street in any relationship. Couples, families, friends, it doesn't matter. It's a two-way street. And respect means absolutely nothing to a man who is abusive verbally or, God forbid, physically. Know your worth and know that these men should never even be given the opportunity to date you. You can do better than this. Know that a real man would never disrespect his lady. Respect is very important in a relationship, and if there is any lack of this, it's a very clear and giant red flag. Don't walk, run the other way, immediately.
10.
He is not very open-minded. Your man needs to be the one who supports you in anything that you want to undertake in life, and he has to respect your decisions. Of course, he's going to have his own opinions, that's only natural, but if he is closed-minded and acts like it's his way or the highway about everything, and he tries to control you by forcing these opinions on you without taking your thoughts and feelings into consideration, then you should move on, or you may live to regret it.
9.
He is constantly making excuses. A man who always makes excuses is simply showing you that you're not as worthy as the things he's making excuses about. If you're not a top priority, then what are you doing in the relationship? He needs to take ownership of his behavior and be honest with you, not make excuses. Otherwise, excuse yourself from this relationship and avoid wasting any more of your time.
8.
He is a liar. Trusting each other means being honest and believing your partner no matter what. But a lying man is most certainly not a man to trust. Once, twice, 3 times, how many lies should it take to erode the level of confidence that you have for him? We'd say 3 strikes and he's out, and that's being generous. It's not worth living with a liar you don't trust.
7.
He holds a grudge after every fight you have. Fighting and arguing in a relationship is a very normal occurrence. Nevertheless, your man should learn to listen to your point of view and be willing to compromise with you to settle any disagreements. If he would rather hold a grudge after an argument and is unwilling to work it out with you, then you should create distance between you and him.
6.
He makes vague promises every time. Forgetting important dates and making promises you may not be able to keep is a normal human error that everyone is guilty of once in a while. But making a habit out of making promises that he simply will not keep is a sure sign that you should leave him, because to him, you're just a fool for believing him. No one is perfect, but you should settle your heart on a man who tries to earnestly keep his promises and lives up to his word.
5.
He never admits mistakes and is unaware of his behavior. Men are egocentric beings, and they always feel like they should be right about everything. But men should be able to accept their mistakes, learn from them, and keep a check on their behavior if they want to be with you. If you have a man who doesn't make this a priority in his set of life skills, then you'll be sure to regret it later on.
4.
He is at war with animals. A man who dislikes animals is not to be trusted. even more so if he asks you to choose between him and your pet. Take this as a very obvious sign that you should leave him. If he pressures you about getting rid of your pet, or if he doesn't find puppies and kittens the least bit adorable, the reality check is that you should give your heart to the pet. Besides, your pet will never disappoint you.
3,
He is extremely possessive. Personal space is crucial to everyone, and any man who doesn't understand that a woman needs alone time too has issues. If he's always on your case about what you're doing and who you're with, he's exhibiting a lack of trust and insecurity. A little jealousy is not a bad thing, it's human nature. But if he's a stage 1 clinger, then that's a sign that you should show him the door.
2,
He is unfaithful. Once a cheater, always a cheater. Whether you believe in second chances or not, it's true. When a man has an affair and you forgive him, there's a higher chance that he'll repeat that same adulterous mistake. You should not consider a cheat to be a man you want to spend the rest of your life with.
1,
He is immature. How a man handles certain situations definitely determines his level of maturity. If he's someone who isolates himself after disagreements instead of confronting them head on, then he's not worth it. You need to be married to a guy who can help you solve issues like a grown-up, not a child. Also, if he whines, pouts, screams, and holds his breath when he doesn't get his way, show that immature dope the door. And that's our list. Did we leave any out that you know about? Tell us in the comments section below. We hope these tips can help you to avoid getting into a toxic relationship. And don't forget to subscribe and tap the bell button to get updates on our latest uploads. And thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like us and subscribe for more elite facts.